section, but we didn't get all the way through. So I want to start with just what we did previously. So we're going to start at the beginning and go all the way to 54. So remember, we have little sections in this beginning, kind of like little solo sections. So clarinets, you have your little time to shine. Trumpets, you have your little time to shine. So when we get to those spots, I want you to be just as confident as we were last time, because it sounded great after we worked through it. So really retain everything we did last week, okay? From the beginning through 54. So from last week, we remembered a decent amount, which is awesome. It's weird to think that it's been a whole week since we've done this. So I just want to go back and fix a couple of things. So overall, I think we retained quite a bit. I think there still might be a little bit of some confidence issues, and that could be independence with counting or just not feeling super comfortable in where your entrances are. So when you have those sections, either by yourself or in your solo section, I'm going to cue you as best as I can. I know clarinets, we have those two spots, we come in a bar apart. So let's actually go back to the clarinet little section. Just want to hear that and make sure bass clarinet too, come in super confident. Obviously you're very separate from what they're doing. You're kind of giving us that solid bass foundation sound. So I'll cue you on that entrance, but really be confident on that because you're completely different than what they have. Okay? And again, first and seconds and thirds, make sure we're entering one bar apart, and I'll cue that, okay? Right at 9, just clarinets. And then we hit 30. Good. That is significant improvement from last week. Great job with that. One thing I do want to point out is that, yes, this is a very lyrical spot, but lyrical doesn't mean slow. And I feel like you're kind of sitting on the back side of the time I'm giving you. And I feel like I'm trying to pull you along. I know it's snowy and cold, but we got to wake up a little bit and really follow my hand, okay? Bass clarinets, I think we lost it just a little bit. Probably seems weird that we're not having as much moving parts, so we have to be super careful with our counting, okay? So like when we come in, we only have that, A for 3 beats, and then we move down to D, okay? So really count and be independent there. I know you're by yourself right now, and then you're bass clarinet too, right? So we're just spread out a little bit. So really just follow my hand and count. One more time, clarinets right at 9, and I'll cue you basses as clear as I can. Right at 9. Good. So much better time-wise. That was awesome. Basses, I'm still losing you just a little bit. I'm trying to think of what I can do to help you more. So when we're counting through this, remember that the A tied is 3 beats. Then we only have our 1/4 note, and then we have another tie. So it's probably weird thinking of it too, but we're in 2. So when you just see that half note, the two notes tied together, it's only 4 beats, and I think we're thinking it might be a little bit longer than it is. Can I just take bass clarinets at your entrance? So does that measure 12? Just bass clarinets. Yeah, so much better. All right, I said one more time, I lied. Now let's do it. Everybody at 9, use that same confidence. That was perfect. Count, be independent. That was great. 9 again. Thanks everybody for being patient. All right, from 9. All right, let's get a better start. So remember 1 and 2 and. Same thing, you mirror each other's entrance. Same exact thing, just a bar later. Thanks for everybody coming in. So much better. Count, independent, you got it. You just proved to me you can do it, so do that every time. Wonderful. Okay, so now I want to do, right at 30, let's do melody. I just want to review that a little bit. Same thing as the beginning, right? So we're just doing that again. Right at 30, so melody people, I am talking flute, oboe, clarinet, saxes, alto saxes specifically, and then trumpets, okay? 30, right at 30, our melody people. Good, and I wanted to do that again because if we're doing this again, we have to do it with a purpose, right? We did it at the beginning already, they've already heard this. So it's kind of like the analogy when you hear the Star Spangled Banner, you have to do it right, like every time, because everybody knows that. And if you don't do it the same or you don't do it as accurately as you can, people are going to know. So they just heard that like less than 30 bars ago, so we have to match that same style. And the articulations are the same throughout, so I really want to hear those staccatos. And in that third measure, I'm not really hearing those accents on the downbeat, so I really want you to give more emphasis on 1 and 2 in those little eighth note patterns. Let's do that again at 30. Watch your articulations. Better. Great, thank you. That was so much better. Keep doing that. Now, everybody else, we're going to do our little bass line. So I have bari sax, bass clarinets, horns, trombones, baritones, tubas. So now we have our syncopated line that we've done before. I just want to check in and make sure that we are nailing that. And again, watch articulations here too. It's different, but same thing with them. We've heard it before, make it accurate. Right at 30. Good, and remember we talked about tuning on that last chord, right? I want to hear that tuning again. Can we build up from the bottom? Like Keaton was talking about, this is a major chord, so whoever is on a concert F sharp, that's our third, so we're going to play it flat. Really tune that. I want to tune firsts and fifths, though, of the chord. So whoever has concert D, that should be tubas, trombone 1. Whoever has a concert D, play right at 37. Play concert D. And then concert A, who has that. That'll be baritone, trombone 2. Side horn, yep. Good. So really tune that. It's the open fifth. Can we just tune the D, please? So tubas, can I hear that? So make sure we're matching each other. That locked in a little better. David, can I just hear you? So you're a little bit sharp, and then it came back down. So one more time. Yes, you're still sitting about 10 sharp, so you might want to pull out just a little bit, unless that's a sharp note for you, and then adjust accordingly. Can I hear you on D as well? You started spot on, and then it rose a little bit, so that kind of, if you're giving more and your dynamics are getting louder, you might go sharp. So try that one more time, really stabilize it, because you started right on. Okay, yeah, so now you're sitting about 20 sharp. So again, if that's a sharp note, deal with that accordingly, otherwise pull out a little bit, okay? And then can I hear my A's? Who has A's as well? Oh, trombone 1, sorry, I forgot you on D as well. It's your sharp as well. So we really want to make sure that we're all tuning. Can I hear D's again, just everybody together? Sorry, my bad. Good, so now can I hear the A's? Everybody who has a concert A in 37. Okay, so maybe there's where we're going. So can I hear you on your A? You're about right on. Use, can I hear your A? Separately, can I just hear you first? Yeah, so it's about 30 flat. So I know second valve is a little off, but definitely push in, okay? Go ahead. Started right on, went a little bit sharp. So we're kind of all over the place today. So really, really be listening. He is basically right on, so if you can, listen across and match each other. A's again? I know we're taking time on this, but tuning is so important, especially when we have that kind of this triumphant major chord at the end. If it's wonky, it's going to be your rear end of the section. So A's again? A's again? Much closer, add D's back. Here's our open fifth. Now our F sharp, concert F sharp. Closer, yeah, so, remember, he said about 14 cents flat, so go ahead and try where you're at on the F sharp. Yeah, so you're sitting about 30, so you're overcompensating just a little bit. So you want to come in just a little bit and try again. Now you're 20 sharp. So really find that middle ground. Again, use your ear. You're going to be able to hear it almost better than you're going to find it on a tuner. Sorry, I'm talking too much. Go ahead and do that again for me. Just the fifth, and then we're going to add the third back in. Just the fifth. D and A, open fifth. Good. If you can hear it, you can play it. So really hear where that rings into, and that's going to be a lot better. Sorry it took some time on that, but again, tuning is so important. Can we do that whole section now? Everybody at 30. Can add the pieces together. Right at 30? Everybody. Connection and get everybody involved. Trumpets, can I hear you at 38? Just trumpets. Improvement compared to last week. So awesome job with that. I'm hearing a lot more of those harmonies lock in together. Great work. Again, same thing here. Really make a difference between those staccatos and the legatos. So we have the little tenuto markings or the staccatos. Really make a difference there, because that's going to give a lot more character to the section. One more time, I mean it, just trumpets at 38. Thank you for that. All right, now let's check out 51. So this spot we did touch, remember, so many accidentals. Watch out for the D flats, G flats, A flats, B flats. You have nothing in the key, so many accidentals. So really, really watch out for that. I'm talking specifically to bari sax, bass, clarinet, trombones, baritones, tubas. So really watch out for those accidentals.
Everybody at 51?
Yep, sorry, everyone at 51. Okay, let's go back and fix that. So I think some of those accidentals are tripping us up a little bit. So just those voices I listed, bari sax, bass, clarinet, trombone, baritone, tuba.
Hour's pretty much up, just so you know.
Okay, let's fix this real quick, and then we'll play hopefully through the section if we have a second. 51. Okay, good. One more time. I know we don't have a ton of time, but really make sure hitting all of those accidentals. Trombones and baritones specifically, make sure we're fifth for all of those. Really lock that in. That's a really weird note for us. Really hard to tune. 51. Good. Okay, to end out our time, since we don't have a ton of time left, let's just do 51 through 55, okay? Just that last little section. Have a great week.
All right. Thanks, trombones. I love the team uniform.